Hello everyone, and welcome back to Creative Design and Supply. Today we are going to do a print and cut with the Siser Easy Color DTV. I did one before and I want to do a little bit more of a detailed one because everyone is having problems with the mask. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a few tips and tricks on this. So let me go over and I am going to print out my image. And we are going to come back and do a print and cut. Okay, and before I do that real quick, I want to talk about the side that you print on. Whatever side that for your printer, I would take a copy piece of paper, put A and B, A on the front, B on the side, put it in there and just print something real quick or do a test cut. So that way you know which way it goes. And everyone is getting confused with the colors of it. So here is a white piece of paper. You see that this is gray. So this is the slick side. This is the back side. This is the white that you are going to print on. All right. So whichever way that goes, then that's how you would print it. All right, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've printed it, I'm going to let it sit for about 15 minutes, and you can see my good outline in the first video where I show you how to make sure for the bleed line. I put a black line and I thickened it up around. When you do a print and cut, and especially with this because this is a vinyl, you want to test cut, and you can test cut on print and cuts. My favorite spot is either over here or at the top. So let me slide my machine over a little bit so you can see. So, and you can do this as many times as you want. All right, so, I'm gonna have to go over here. You just want to make sure that you stay away from the registration marks. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and press test. It's going to go over, adjust to my setting, and come right back. You can do this over and over. Okay. Okay, so now you can check and see. You see how it's not picking up, so I need to give it a little bit more. All right, so now I can test again. And I will just add, I like to add 2 points of pressure on it. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and use my screen that has the toggles right here, so that way I can test at the same time. Okay, and now I am going to test. And I'm going to go ahead and do it 2 times. So it's going to... Okay. All right, I need to give it a little bit more. Of course, my blade is kind of dull, too. All right, I think 2 more points will do it. Okay. So see how rubbery it is? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check my blade. And how you can do this if you don't have the little tool. Another thing is you can ball up a piece of aluminum foil and stab it a few times because there may be something on your blade that you do not see. Alright. So I'm going to go up one more. Test one more time. Okay. Alright, I only did one on that one because I did a lot of pressure. Okay. Okay. My blade is very dull. Alright, one more time. So there's no reason why I shouldn't get another blade. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one, and I'm going to do it twice just to make sure. Oh. So it's definitely not going to read because you see it reading up there. It's because I chose no matte. So let me fix that real quick. So now if the registration fails, you can scoot it over, and you want your blade right up underneath that. Okay. Okay, so now that I have this on here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weed it with the mat on. Whoops. Now, I should have went ahead and got a new blade. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to slowly take this apart, and the next thing I am going to do is get a new blade. And the black line did perfect around it. Okay. So even though it cut really good, I think if you have a solid piece on there, I would prefer to just go ahead and cut it twice. I'm trying not to stretch it. So I should have all right. So I have one, and then I'm going to show you how to transfer it, and we're not going to do that one. I like to take my EasyMask, take that off of it, okay, because this is lifted up. So see, it has a collar. I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. Let's see. I might be able to... Alright. Okay. And the key to this is you have to burnish this really well. And on the back side is okay with a hard one. Alright, you see how it's grabbing it around? But you want to make sure that you get some heat with it. So, alright. And then we're going to get it on there and rub really, really well. You can use the soft side. All right, and then I flip it back over, and I'm gonna do it like this, okay? All right. And let me finish all the other stuff, and we will go ahead and press these. Okay, so now I have my press set at 311. Let me show you what all I did. Whoops. So I embellished it just a little bit and gave a give thanks. I put it inside of a pressing pillow because of the seams. So that way it will get a good firm press. All right, so I'm going to press this for 15 seconds, and then the gold I'm going to peel cold. All right. All right. So now the DTV is peeled warm. I like to give about 5 seconds before I do. All right. How pretty. All right, now the gold I'm going to have to let get cold. All right, so I'm going to let this get cold. A little tip on like metallics and things like that, you are definitely going to let get cold. That way you don't pull it up. And it stretch. All right, so these are cold. How cute is that? It gives it a little accent to it. All right. See, that's why you want to wait and let it get completely cold. All right, let me press this one more time. So I see why this one did not, it was still loose whenever I pulled it, because it was not on the pressing pillow. Pressing pillow ends right there. All right, so I'm going to try to slide it over, or actually I'm going to take it out of the bag and put it on top, so that way I know I get a good press. All right, let's see if I can. All right, and I'm going to put it a little bit over there. I'm going to get my parchment paper. All right, just a 5-second press. All right. Move you back over here. All right. So I should have taken that in consideration. All right. And there is our little wine bag. These are available on our website. I'll link everything in the post. And if you have any questions, comment below and I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you.